Hi, my friends, it's your tour guide to the sci-fi, horror, comedy, romantic, and zombie side. Me, Preston E. And the E stands for extreme. And that's because that was an extreme amount of genres I just rattled off. And that's because only one movie dares combine so many genres in one delicious stew, and that movie is none other than Shaun of the Dead. One of my absolute favorite zombie movies of all time, definitely in the top 10 for me. And can you believe, my friends, it's now the 20th anniversary of the said movie. And without further ado, I give to you Shaun of the Dead. And yes, in case you're wondering, I am recording this intro in the loo, because this is also an English movie, and they say loo. By the way, you got red, haven't you? Shaun of the Dead is a 2004 rom-com zombie, and that's fun to say. It's a story about Simon Pegg as the titular character Shaun. Oh, I love that word, titular. Shaun's romantic relationship, job, and life all feel in shambles, as his romantic relationship, job, and life all feel as dead as the shambling zombies who would invade jolly old England. With his slacker gamer buddy Ed, played by Nick Frost, the two of them fight off a zombie girl in their garden, and their recently zombified roommate Pete, who was already a grouch before getting turned into the living dead, but this time the only difference is his hunger for flesh and brains. With London overwhelmed by the zombies, Shaun and Ed go off on a mission to rescue Shaun's mum Barbara and recently ex-girlfriend Liz. While they escape with these two, they also have Barbara's flatmates David and Diane, along with Shaun's stepdad Philip. And just like in Night of the Living Dead, there are 7 main survivors in this, 4 men and 3 females, until Philip bites the big one like Karen and becomes zombified. Sorry, Philip. And also, Barbara is spacey, just like Barbara from Night of the Living Dead.
Only 10 more minutes? We don't have very long to wait. We can leave.
Oh, that's excellent. Sorry, dear, I was miles away.
Philip was bitten by a zombie earlier, unbeknownst to his wife. And as they try to escape in Philip's car with Philip in tow, Philip turns on them by turning into a zombie. What a dick. They flee from Philip and the car on foot to the Winchester pub as they try to weigh out the zombie apocalypse. Night of the Living Dead had a farmhouse. Dawn had a mall. Day had an underground bunker. And Shaun has a pub. Not as good as a mall, but it beats the knickers out of an underground bunker full of douchebags and a farmhouse full of tow rags anyway. Eventually, it is discovered that Shaun's dear old mum Barbara was bitten by a zombie as they were escaping on foot, and dickweed flatmate David, who looks like overgrown Harry Potter, wants to off her, much to Shaun's protest. Shaun has to shoot dear old Mum, and David and Diane all die as the zombies break into the Winchester. Shaun, Liz, and Ed all hoe up in the basement a la what Ben is forced to do in Night of the Living Dead. With the bar now on fire, the zombies break into the basement anyway, and an injured Ed volunteers to sacrifice himself for Shaun and Liz as they find an alternate escape route in the basement. Days later, Liz and Shaun wind up back together, and like any true good bromance, Shaun keeps the zombified buddy Ed chained in a shed, playing video games with him, as Best Friend by Queen plays on a bittersweet ending. Zombies are now trained to do menial tasks for minimum wage or perhaps even no pay at all. I feel like that sometimes, as other zombies wind up doing even more mindless things, like being on daytime TV. Shaun of the Dead is one quirky cult classic that I grow to appreciate more and more with each viewing. It has plenty of awesome, hilarious George A. Romero references sprinkled throughout the movie as well.
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
We're coming to get you, Barbara.
Perfect, David. Perfect.
Over. Perfect.
And these are just a few of the goodies. Shaun also has a clever play on name rhyme schemes to foreshadow the characters' fates. For example, Shaun lives on, Liz lives, Ed is dead, Pete gets eat, Barbara is a cadaver, close enough, and Phil gets killed, and so on. Of course, you can't forget the many iconic lines that has become ingrained in pop culture, especially this line.
You got red on you. Got red on you.
For those displayed
Red on
by
you.
their attackers. If you know...
Oh, you've got red on you.
Yeah.
With so many hilarious sequences from Shaun and the gang meeting up with another gang of similar-looking and acting survivors while on foot, plus the hilarious beating up of the zombified bartender with pool sticks to Queen's Don't Stop Me Now, this movie is a laugh riot with one memorable scene after the next. 20 years later, and Shaun of the Dead holds up strong as a beloved cult hit with a myriad of delicious pop culture references. Directed by Edgar Wright and written by him as well as Simon Pegg, Shaun is a comedic classic must-see for fans of horror, comedy, and zombie movies. It plays tribute to George A. Romero while living on as its own monstrous masterpiece. Well, that about does it for me. Thank you so much for watching, and please like, sub, and share. I've been Preston E. Garrison, and I got red on me. Stupid pen.
You got red on you.